Did you know that over 40 million adults in the United States experience anxiety disorders every year? That's approximately 18% of the population. In this bustling world, there's a silent battle that rages on, unseen and often misunderstood. It's a battle fought by many, yet each person's experience is uniquely their own. It's the battle against anxiety. Anxiety isn't just about feeling stressed or worried. It's a complex and often debilitating condition that can affect every aspect of a person's life. It's like living on a roller coaster of worry and fear, never knowing when the next drop will come or how steep it will be. While we all feel anxious from time to time, for those with anxiety disorders, these feelings are not just temporary. They can interfere with job performance, schoolwork, and relationships. But what happens when these individuals are alone? This is where the real battle takes place. When alone, people with anxiety often engage in 5 secret habits. First, they may overthink scenarios. They play and replay situations in their minds, dissecting every detail, every word spoken, every possible outcome. It's like a movie that never ends, a story that keeps rewriting itself. Second, they may avoid triggers. This could be anything that sparks their anxiety, from certain places to specific people. It's a constant game of hide and seek, only they're always hiding, and their anxiety is always seeking. Third, they may engage in compulsive habits or rituals. These are repetitive behaviors or mental acts that they feel driven to perform. It's their way of trying to regain control, to create a sense of order amidst the chaos. Fourth, they may perform self-soothing activities, things that help them calm down and find a moment of peace. This could be anything from listening to music to meditating. Finally, they may seek reassurance. They're constantly looking for signs that everything is okay, that they're not alone in this battle. Understanding these habits can lead to a deeper comprehension of what it's like to live with anxiety. The more we understand, the better we can support those who are fighting this unseen battle. Imagine running a marathon in your mind over and over again. That's what overthinking scenarios can feel like for someone with anxiety. It's like a chess game that never ends, with the player constantly trying to anticipate every possible move, every potential consequence, and every imaginable outcome. So, why does this happen? Well, the anxious mind is essentially a problem-solving machine on overdrive. It's always trying to predict the future, always trying to keep us safe. But in doing so, it can often get stuck in a loop, analyzing and reanalyzing situations that haven't happened yet and may never happen at all. This might be imagining a conversation with a boss that spirals out of control, or a social event that ends in humiliation, or even a simple task like grocery shopping that somehow results in disaster. It's like watching a movie of your worst fears on repeat, with no way to hit the stop button. For those dealing with anxiety, this overthinking can be all-consuming. It can keep them awake at night, distract them during the day, and lead to a constant state of worry and dread. It's mentally exhausting, like running a race with no finish line. But it's not just mentally draining. Overthinking scenarios can also have physical implications. It can lead to symptoms like headaches, stomach aches, and even panic attacks. It's a clear example of how the mind and body are intricately connected, and how our thoughts can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. But remember, if you're someone who tends to overthink scenarios, you're not alone. This is a common habit among those with anxiety, and it's something that can be managed with the right strategies and support. It might involve cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness techniques, or even medication in some cases. Overthinking can be exhausting, but it's a reality for many dealing with anxiety. It's a testament to the strength of the human mind and a reminder of the importance of seeking help when needed, because no one should have to run that mental marathon alone. For some, avoidance isn't just about dodging discomfort, it's a survival mechanism. Imagine walking on a tightrope high above a bustling city. The wind is howling, the rope is swaying, and your heart is pounding. Your every instinct screams at you to get off the rope, to escape this danger. Anxiety can feel a lot like this, and avoidance of triggers is like stepping off that rope. Those with anxiety often find themselves sidestepping situations, people, or thoughts that act as triggers, igniting their anxiety like a spark to a fuse. This might mean avoiding social gatherings, certain places, or even seemingly innocuous everyday situations. Why? Because these triggers can cause a flood of anxiety symptoms, like racing heartbeats, sweaty palms, and a mind buzzing with worry. For them, avoidance is not about being antisocial or overly sensitive. It's about seeking refuge from a storm of overwhelming emotions. Avoidance can sometimes offer temporary relief, but it also reinforces anxiety in the long run. Scene script. Sometimes the world feels less chaotic when there's a routine or ritual to follow. Let's delve into the realm of compulsive habits or rituals. You see, when anxiety takes hold, it can feel like you're standing in the middle of a whirlwind with thoughts, worries, and fears swirling around you. It's overwhelming, it's disorienting, and it's downright scary. To counteract this, many people with anxiety develop rituals or habits, their own personal antidotes to the chaos. So why does this happen? Well, the human brain loves predictability. It craves order, constancy, and control. And when anxiety hits, that sense of control feels like it's slipping away. That's where rituals come in. They are a way for individuals to regain some semblance of control, to create a pocket of predictability in an unpredictable world. These rituals can take many forms. Maybe it's checking the stove 3 times before leaving the house or arranging objects in a particular way. It could be a specific routine before bed or a set of words repeated under the breath when anxiety strikes. These habits are not nonsensical or arbitrary. They are coping mechanisms, ways to calm the storm within. How do these rituals impact individuals with anxiety, you might ask? Well, in the short term, they can provide relief. They can soothe the mind, create a sense of calm, and make the world feel a bit less daunting. But it's important to remember that they are just band-aids. They are not curing the underlying anxiety, but merely providing temporary relief. Moreover, these rituals can sometimes become compulsive, taking up significant time and mental energy. They can start to feel like chains, binding individuals to a strict routine and creating more anxiety if they are not able to complete them. That's why it's crucial to seek professional help if you find your rituals are becoming overwhelming or disruptive. These rituals might seem odd to outsiders, but for those with anxiety, they can provide a sense of control. When the world feels too loud, finding quiet can be a necessity. Now let's dive into the realm of self-soothing activities. These are actions that people with anxiety often perform to create a sense of calm, a personal sanctuary amid the chaos of their thoughts. It could be as simple as brewing a cup of tea, listening to a favorite song, or immersing themselves in the pages of a well-loved book. These activities are more than mere distractions. They are tools for managing the whirlwind of worry that anxiety can stir up. They offer a grounding mechanism, a way to stay rooted in the present moment and away from the daunting what-ifs. The beauty of self-soothing activities lies in their simplicity and accessibility. They can be tailored to individual preferences and can be performed anywhere, anytime. They are quiet acts of resistance against the clamor of anxiety, providing comfort and control. And most importantly, they are a reminder that it's okay to take a moment for oneself. Self-soothing activities can provide a lifeline during periods of intense anxiety. Have you ever needed to hear that everything's going to be okay, even when you already know it? This is a common feeling for individuals experiencing anxiety, a feeling that often leads to a habitual act known as seeking reassurance. It's as if hearing the comforting words from someone else's mouth makes them more real, more believable. And while it may seem like a simple request for confirmation, the truth is, it's often a deeper call for validation, a need to feel grounded amidst the turbulence of anxious thoughts. But why does this happen? Why do we seek reassurance? The answer lies in the nature of anxiety itself. Anxiety often makes us question our perception of reality. It can make us doubt our feelings, our decisions, and even our self-worth. In the throes of an anxiety attack, the world can feel like a whirlwind of chaos and uncertainty. And in those moments, reassurance acts like an anchor, a lifeline that pulls us back to solid ground. However, this habit of seeking reassurance can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it provides temporary relief from the overwhelming feelings of anxiety. It can help reduce the intensity of an anxiety attack and provide a sense of calm. On the other hand, it can also perpetuate a cycle of dependence. That's because reassurance from others is external validation. It's not coming from within, and therefore, it's not always available when you need it the most. What's more, constant reassurance seeking can put a strain on relationships. It can make the person providing reassurance feel overwhelmed or frustrated, especially if they don't fully understand the nature of anxiety. That's why it's vital to communicate openly about your needs and to seek professional help if needed. Seeking reassurance can often provide temporary relief, but it's important to develop self-soothing techniques as well. These techniques